Okay, so the second topic will be talking about the trajectory of the veganism movement. Where do we see ourselves heading in the future? Near future, far future, but obviously you've all got opinions on that.
Vegan world, mate. Vegan world.
Obviously.
World domination.
Obviously, yeah, but
On the way to a vegan world, you mean?
Yeah. Well, more so the veganism movement itself.
Obviously, the goal for vegan activists is to create a vegan world. That's the end goal. So on the way to that, I believe in the next 10 years, I see us getting way more organised. To the point where it's just obvious that we're a force to be reckoned with, and that's what I'm excited about, actually. So I see activism being super effective. I see us being very organised, and for us to never be overlooked again.
Since I became vegetarian and then vegan 8 years ago, I've seen the popularity increase, or the trend get trendier, if you may. I live close to Newtown, and as an example, my sister and I like to go to Gigi's Pizza, if anyone knows about it. And the line is literally around the corner out the door from 5 p.m. Like, it's crazy. Lentils anything is always packed, and yeah, so I think just from seeing that, it's really positive, and this festival is a great example. It's all vegan. I know Sea Shepherd and Greenpeace ships only serve vegan food, and yeah, I think the trajectory is ascending.
Honestly, sometimes I get a little bit nervous that I might be a bit useless in the very near future. The vegan movement is so rapidly growing that it just seems like a vegan world is just around the corner, and I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. Enjoy it. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously going to be a long road, but I don't think it's going to be as long a road as we originally thought.
So, speaking purely from a Tasmanian perspective, I went vegan about 6 years ago, and there was nothing. Okay, there were a few vegans that I knew. There were a couple of places you could get a decent vegan meal, and that was it. It was pretty grim. And now, I live in the Southern Midlands, bang in the middle of sheep rearing country, and I can go 5 minutes down the street and buy vegan cheese. So, I mean, that you know, from a consumer perspective, is massive. But also, the young people in Tasmania are so exciting. My daughter, she's 17, and at least a dozen people she knows in college are vegan. My middle daughter, she's 9, and she's converted 2 of her schoolmates, and their parents are supportive. You know, this is actually, it's freaking happening, guys. Like, seriously, we are growing, we are on the ascendancy. We're going to win this one. Once we get organised, you know, like in this 10 years, when we're far more organised, far more strategic, god damn, we've got this in the bag.
In the very near future, there's a documentary coming out in this country called Dominion. I know. I haven't been excited about anything more for years now. It's a few years in the making, and this documentary is going to show everything that happens to animals at human hand in this country for food, for all the things. So I hope that premieres next week, I think it is. And I hope that for the Australian future, I hope this creates a very serious wave and a conversation and a change. I have high hopes that it will spark a big change in a lot of Australians. The other thing that I want to see more of in the future is more vegans being active. There's so many vegans and there's so few activists, and I think it probably, a lot of it at least, stems from this idea that if you become an activist you have to cover yourself in blood and scream meat is murder when you run into McDonald's and things like that. But, you know, I guess I just hope that the stigma is broken and people realise that you can be an activist by being a chef, or by just talking to your friend, or just watching a documentary with a friend, or hosting the screening, or writing an Instagram post, you know, or making a video, or there's just countless different ways. And I just really hope that more vegans are less ninja secret vegans, and they're more like proud and proud and loud. Yeah, proud and loud vegans. That's what I want to see more of as well. And I also believe like it's happening, and there's no reason why we can't see a vegan world. We've got everything in our favour, and there's, you know, there's so much passion and dedication in the vegan movement, in the vegan activists. It's not for us. We're not doing it because for humans. We're doing it for them. So, you know, the intention is very pure, and the people are very motivated and committed, and we won't end until the job is done. So more of that.
Yeah. So I think about this a lot. I get asked this a lot, and I have this vision in my head of, I'm sure many of you have seen the documentary Carnage. And I see that being the case. Basically, for those of you that don't know, it's a mockumentary that's set, I think, in 2070, not too far off, in a completely vegan world. And they're actually looking back at the transition from when we went from a completely non-vegan world to that point in time when we stopped referring to ourselves as vegans and started referring to them as carnists.
Yeah.
So I think we are going to get there a lot quicker. I think it is because of all of us, like James said, like we all say, because of the activists. How can I make this a vegan statement? Teach someone to be vegan, save some animals. Teach someone to be a vegan activist. We're going to save thousands of animals, this planet, and humanity. So if we work together, and if we continue to motivate and inspire each other to be actively engaged in creating change and going out there and fighting, whether it be on social media, out on the streets, inside a slaughterhouse, coming to festivals like this one to brainstorm, to bounce ideas off each other, to strengthen our own self and our own knowledge, and empower ourselves even more, that's going to be how we're going to get to that critical mass, that 10%. We're not far away from that, because once we hit critical mass, boom, it's like going to happen, and it's because of us. And I think that we need to always be focusing on bettering our activism and strengthening this activist community, because someone's going to go vegan with or without us. Like myself, I just Googled one day, healthiest diet, vegan came up, I went vegan. But the more of us that are out there being active and out on the streets and out on social media, this is how we're going to impact the most amount of people, and I see us getting there by 27. Let's do it.
Thanks, guys. I'm feeling really positive right now. Is everyone else feeling it?
Yeah.
Awesome.